Good morning, Team Alabama. Here is Don't You Dare Read This, Mrs. Dunfree, and we're ready for page 74. And if you'll find that on your Chromebooks, it's February the 12th, page 74. Don't you dare read this, Mrs. Dunfree. It's 4 in the morning and I'm writing here because I can't sleep at all. I lie on my front and then my side and then my back and then my front again. And all the time my brain's racing around thinking of the new things to worry about. I'm scared. I'm scared like I've never been before. Mom's gone. There's a good fact for you. Mom left February 12th. I got home from work at the Burger Boy tonight about 9 o'clock and I was kind of surprised because the whole house was dark. I knew Matt had to be home and I was pretty sure Mom wasn't supposed to go into work until midnight. Then the first thing I heard when I unlocked the front door was Matt sniffling. There's a great vocab word for you there. Sniffling means kind of crying. When you sniffle, you scrunch your nose and you kind of sniff it. But he's kind of crying, sniffling. Like, I swear, he was back in his room, hiding under his bed, but he was crying so loud that you could hear him all through the house. And I yelled out, "Matt, what's wrong?" I mean, I was thinking maybe someone had broken in and beaten him and robbed us or something like that. Not that there'd be anything to steal in our house. I even called out, "Mom," forgetting that I was ignoring her. But Matt didn't answer and Mom sure didn't. I turned on the light in the living room and there weren't any signs that anyone had broken in. And that's when I saw the note on the coffee table. I've got it memorized now. Tish, I've gone to find your father. I know you'll take care of Matt while I'm away. Mom. The weird thing is, at first I couldn't make myself understand it. It's like I could read, but I didn't know what the words meant. And then I was like, oh, Mom's gone to find Dad. Well, maybe that's better than having her sitting around here bawling all the time. Then I read the note again and again. She didn't say anything about coming back. Did she mean she wasn't? I read the note one more time, but there's not a whole lot to figure out from those 2 sentences. I have to admit, I felt a little lightheaded. It's not like Mom was ever Mother of the Year material, but no one wants their mother to run away. And then I thought, did I drive her away because I was ignoring her? Or is it my fault anyhow? Because it's my fault Dad left. Okay, let's add some facts. Mom's gone. They don't know when she's coming back. Tish blames herself. Okay, now what are some questions you have? Does Mom come back? How does Tish handle all of this? Is Matt okay? Ask yourself some questions and add to your questions. Matt snuck up behind me then and grabbed me around the waist, and he held on so tight I could hardly breathe. "Mom's gone," he said. He looked terrible. Hair all messed up, eyes all puffy from crying, lint all over his shirt. Add lint to your vocab. Okay, lint is like a dust bunny or a piece of like dirt on your clothing, usually. "Yeah, she's gone," I said. "So what? What'd she ever do when she was here?" I sounded really mean because I was scared, I guess. He started crying harder, like I'd hit him or something. "Hey, don't cry," I said. "I'm not saying I didn't like Mom, but we'll do okay without her, that's all. Will she come back? I don't know. Don't count on it. Then you'll be happy if she does. Okay, in the meantime, you know I'll never leave you." That seemed to make him feel better. "She left us some money, didn't she?" he asked. I hadn't even thought of that. We went over to the kitchen drawer where Mom always kept an envelope of money. It was empty, of course. "It doesn't matter," I said. "I make lots of money at the Burger Boy. I'll take care of everything." Does she make lots of money at the Burger Boy? Add that as a fact. Mom left. There's no money. The envelope was empty. Tish tries to reassure Matt that everything's fine. Is it really fine? Or she just doesn't want to scare him? Add that as a fact. I kept talking to Matt like that, telling him how good everything was going to be and how I'd take care of him and it'd be like an adventure, just him and me. And by the time I got him to brush his teeth and crawl into bed, he was even giggling. And then I came back to my room and I started thinking about how I don't make enough money at the Burger Boy to take care of everything. I don't even know what bills Mom has to pay. Do they come in the mail or do you have to go to the electric company and stuff to pick them up? I told myself maybe Mom will be back tomorrow and all this will be silly. But I couldn't really believe it, you know. I probably sat on my bed worrying for about an hour, and then I did something really strange. I dug back on the floor of my closet and pulled out that old mashed Afghan that Grandma had me working on before she died. The crochet hook was on the closet floor too, under some old t-shirts, and I figured out how to put in the yarn and crochet. I had to really concentrate. In loop, out loop, out, out. I'm surprised I remembered at all. The Afghan smelled a little bit like the lavender soap that Grandma used to use, but I didn't really think about that while I was crocheting. I didn't think about anything for a long time. It was kind of comforting. Why did she start to crochet? Why did Tish crochet? That's a question you could put in your questions. She found comfort in it. She was so stressed out that crocheting helps her when she's stressed. I don't know how long I crocheted, but eventually I had to stop, and then I started worrying again. Why didn't Grandma teach me something smart like paying bills instead of how to crochet? February 15th. Don't read this, Mrs. Dunfrey. Mom's still not back. I think I was right. She is gone for good. What I am scared of most is that someone will find out. Last Friday, when I first saw Mom's note, there was a part of me that wanted to call one of my friends, Chastity, probably, because when you come right down to it, she's the nicest. Okay, let's put that down as a fact. Chastity's the nicest friend. Tish was tempted to call her to tell her what was going on, but she didn't. And if we look back at the date that Mom left, that's February the 12th is the date Mom left. So let's remember that, because let's see how long she's gone. February 12th. And we're now on February 15th. I'm so glad I didn't, though. She would have been all nice and sympathetic on the phone, or maybe told me that everything was great. Hey, that means that you won't have anyone to boss you around. What's the problem? But then the minute I'd hang up, she'd be on the phone to Rochelle or Sandy or someone else saying, "You'll never guess what happened to Tish. Her parents are so screwed up." It'd be embarrassing. Everybody in the whole school would know the next day, and then things could get even worse. I didn't even think about what could happen if adults knew, but today at lunch, Rochelle started telling me about a freshman, Cassandra somebody, whose parents died in a car crash over the weekend, and this Cassandra has 3 or 4 brothers and sisters, and there weren't any relatives to take care of the kids, so they all got split up and put in different foster homes. Matt and I don't have any relatives to take care of us either. Grandma and Grandpa are both dead, and Dad's mom and Dad moved away a long time ago. I think they disowned Dad or something. Okay, put that down as a fact. Dad's mom and Dad aren't around, and maybe they disowned Dad. Who can blame them? I don't ever remember even meeting them, and if they don't even care enough to meet me and Matt, you'd think they're going to want to take care of us. So it'd be foster homes for Matt and me too. If anybody tried to split us up, I'll kill them. I'm so glad I was smart enough to tell Matt not to tell anyone, not his friends, his teacher, anybody, that Mom was gone. I don't think he has any friends anyhow. I just hope he doesn't let it slip to his teacher. February 17th. Don't read this, Mrs. Dunfrey. All week I've been real jumpy, scared someone would find out, scared some bill would come that I couldn't pay, scared of everything. But it's weird. Life is going on just fine without Mom. Last night I got the nerve to call Mom's friend Brenda to kind of feel her out and see if she knew anything. And I played this trick that we used to play on people back in junior high. I pretended that she was one who called me, and I was just talking to be polite. Back in junior high, Sandy used to be real good at confusing people doing that. I remember she made Jenny Marlin cry one time with that trick. I wasn't sure Brenda was dumb enough to fall for it, but it worked. I think that she'd been drinking when I called. And when I got out of Brenda this time was Mom quit her job at Haggerty's, but she told everyone it was just because she'd got a better job somewhere else. Yeah, right. She's lucky she never got fired at Haggerty's the way she kept taking sick days. Last Brenda heard, Dad was somewhere out west, California maybe. Brenda didn't know anything about Mom going to find him. She just thought Mom had gone kind of snobby since she got this other job. The funny thing is, right before we were hanging up, Brenda said to me, "Well, I just called to tell your mom that she shouldn't forget all of us at Haggerty's just because she's making twice the money now. Tell her to stop in and say hi sometime if she wants to keep her friends." Am I good or what? Guess I have to give Mom some credit for fooling Brenda, except Brenda's a pretty dim bulb. dim bulb means not smart. If you want to put that as your vocab, that's fine. At least I know now for sure, or pretty sure, that nobody's out there nosing around finding out about Mom leaving us, wanting to split Matt and me up. Okay, and then there's a message from Mrs. Dunfrey in the italics. Page 80. Tish, you only have 3 entries this time, but your first one is so exceptionally long that I'll give you full credit anyhow. Try to write 4 entries next time. Okay, Team Alabama, add a few facts and add some questions. Does Mom get in touch with the kids? Does she send money? Where did she go? Add some questions that you want to ask about what's happening here with Mom. Have a great rest of your day. Let's make sure we're getting those 50 facts or 70, 10 questions, and 10 vocab with the definition. Have a great day.